Elm Logistics. For all your logistic needs, call 631-299-3595. That's 631-299-3595. Elm Global Logistics. Pride, performance, and partnerships.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
Bob Cook, the wrestler out there, says, you were one of the hardest workers he's ever saw. You worked hard every TV taping. Pretty amazing. Dallas, I got to ask.
Bob Cook.
Bob Cook's a good man.
He was a great guy to work with, and a lot of talent. I mean, he really got the business.
Dallas, time flies by, right? You're an icon in wrestling. But, if people haven't seen it, I'm sure they all have, when you were on a Shark Tank with Arthur Boorman. I think I'm pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
You got it right. It's an amazing video of this gentleman, way overweight. What you did with him and what you did together was incredible. But the question I have for you, first of all, you could just tell the positivity that you bring to this world, your friends, just by this interview. But for Diamond Dallas Page, which is more rewarding, your professional wrestling career or what you've done for the human race?
It's kind of funny. You guys know who Brian Alvarez is, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. So Brian did, before it was called DDP Yoga or DDPY. Why? Because I want people to stop calling it just fucking yoga, but it's not. But back then I called it YRG, Yoga for Regular Guys, right? And Brian was one of the guys who did it. He was a worker. He was beating up his body. And at some point, and I got to get the years right, because we've been successful as fuck for the last 13 years, coming up on 14 years. And it was 8 years before that. I mean, it took we were an 8-year overnight success. And I had $548,000 in it before I took a dime. And so it's probably, if we've been successful, say 14 years, it was 16 years ago. I'm doing an interview with Brian Alvarez. And he says, where is Diamond Dallas Page 5 years from now? And I said, honestly, Brian, I am the new Jack LaLanne meets Tony Robbins meets straight Richard Simmons. And he popped on that. And I said, I honestly believe in the next 5 years, DDP Yoga, I would said YRG at the time, but DDP Yoga is going to overshadow my wrestling career. He said, what? Now he'd done the program. All he'd seen is DVDs at this time. He hadn't seen a whole system I built. He hadn't seen the app with 500 workouts and food, 3 different food plans and inspiration out the ears, and to keep people accountable, or our community, which is 78,000 people strong, like that really care and help each other. He hadn't seen any of that. And he went, D, come on. That's a bold statement. Like, you had a hell of a run. I said, I know. I said, but I really think, you see, Arthur had already happened. It just hadn't gone viral yet. In 2007, I started working with Arthur Boorman. And I got to try, let me see if I can find, oh, here it is right here. Let me just show for people who are watching this. Oh God, so there's so many pictures I've got here. Normally I have it right up on top. I'm not finding it. Diamond cutters, celebrities. Let me find because they'll really put this right. Here it is, Arthur Borman. So every single person who got my program when I first put it out in 2000, end of 2005, going into 2006, every single person who invested in a program got an email from me. Now, it was a cut and paste email, but it was from me because it was just me for 8 years. And I sent them a thing saying, hey, thank you so much for believing in me. I so appreciate you investing in, yoga for regular guys. And, I'm not trying to sell you anything. You already invested in a program. But what I would, if you could take the time, I got 6 questions here. And people thought, bullshit. This is not Diamond Dallas Page. This is some automatic response. No, today it is. Yeah, today it is, but not back then. So I get these answers back from this cat named Arthur Borman. And I said, I read it and I was like, oh my God, dude, thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions like this. I said, it sounds like you need some help. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? And I'll paraphrase. He said, morbidly obese, 100% disabled veteran, relegated to thinking of myself as a piece of furniture. Those are the 3 things that stuck out to me. And I'd already been to Iraq once already. No, twice, on 2 separate tours for 13 days to see the troops. I would later go one more time and then Afghanistan on one. And that was with Jimmy Hart, Greg Hammond Valentine, and the late, great Nikita Koloff. Not Nikita, Nikolai Volkov. Screwed that up.
I was about to say, did Nikita pass? I didn't know about it.
No. Let's not do that. Nikolai, who was such a sweet man. So, I send him that, you have some, tell me about yourself. I sent it back to him. I said, send me some pictures. And he sent me this picture and what the hell's that? Get that out of there. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Oh, there it goes. All right. He sent me this picture and that picture. So I'm like, damn. I wasn't worried about the knee braces or the weight. I was worried about those cuffs, those canes that he walked on. He told me he'd been walking on those canes for 15 years. So I sent him one of my 3 food plans. Like now there's 90-day food plans, like that go with the app. Like, you want to know what to eat, how to cook it? My daughter, Brittany, will show you how to cook it, give you the recipe, and go buy these things at the store if you want to get them. Like, we do everything for you. So back then, I didn't do any of that. But I sent him the food plan. If he writes back, I think I can do it, or I'll give it a shot, I would have wrote, awesome. Keep me posted. He didn't write that. He wrote, I can do this. I said, send me your phone number. That's the first person I ever called that did my program that I didn't know at all. Not through anybody. I'd meet people through friends of mine, help them, but it came out of nowhere. And I think personally, God, or whoever's running my video game, I call him God. I said, I believe God sent him to me and me to him. And this would be, for anybody's watching, just to say, if you've never seen the video, okay, he goes from that guy in 10 months to that guy.
Amazing.
Wow.
From
Amazing.
that guy,
Wow.
from that guy to that guy. From that guy to that guy, from this guy. This is my favorite picture, though. I'm like, Arthur, why is your son holding on to you? He said, because I'll fall. Not anymore.
Jesus.
From this guy to this guy. Now, this is my favorite picture though of all. In 10 months, he lost 140 pounds. More importantly, he lost the knee braces, the back brace, and the wraparound canes, not just to walk, but run. In 12 months, he sent me a picture with Warren, who did his first video that about 200,000 people saw. This is a picture to celebrate his 1-year anniversary with Warren standing on his back in plank. That's how much my program can strengthen your body.